Anti-feminist destroyed by egalitarian. It sounds so epic, so extreme, but that's not what egalitarianism is about, is it? So what you got, pretty girl?
A few years ago, I uploaded this photo of myself holding a sign saying, "I don't need feminism because I believe in equality, not entitlements and supremacy."
I don't recall the definition of feminism talking about supremacy anywhere. Can we see that definition again? Oh, okay, yeah. So obviously if you call yourself a feminist and you don't fit this definition, i.e. act like you're superior to men, well that means technically you're not a feminist, so why punish all feminists for the actions of the people who stand out to you? This is why we're currently banning Muslims from our country, because we only notice the Muslims that are violent. Even though 99.99% of Muslims are harmless and that they're not committing horrible crimes, we still banned millions of innocent people for no good reason. Looks like
racist fucking male that doesn't stand for women's rights. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck dipshit. And get that camera out of my face either. Fuckwit.
I want to call the police.
Fuck you.
I'll talk about that in a minute. This guy walked into the office when I was there, and now here he is parked out here, right? Stop stalking me, right? Don't ever stalk me again.
You talking to me?
Yeah.
About what?
Don't ever stalk me again.
Who's stalking you about
You. Laugh some more. Do it.
You're crazy.
Is that right?
Yes, it is.
Say to the camera that you're not stalking me.
I am not stalking you. I don't even know who you are.
Is that right?
That's right.
You want to give your name?
I do not need to. You want to give me yours? You want to give me yours?
Today I wanted to speak to those feminists and explain why I'm still not a feminist and why third wave feminism is not in fact a movement for equality.
Ah, third wave feminism. You just made it so you don't have to argue the core point, but rather you can kind of straw man your way out of the real discussion to dish out the classic argument, well, that's how feminism was, but today it's different. Yeah, okay. In other words, you just antiqued that definition and may very well be pretending you're the new Webster's dictionary. But that's not how the English language works. You can't just change definitions because they don't feel right to you. This isn't Urban Dictionary. Dictionary.
If feminism is a movement for equality, why do we not see equal representation of both genders' issues?
Because men aren't oppressed, maybe? At least not white cis men like myself. White cis men make up most every CEO, most every millionaire in the US. Hold on, let me fact check myself. Yeah, those look like white guy names. I mean, there's this guy, this guy, this guy. Yeah, I've seen enough. Looks like I hit the nail on the head.
Why do we not see feminists complaining about benefits that women have over men in certain situations?
Is that a real question? So someone has an agenda to fight for women to have the same rights to their body as men, have the same medical benefits, and a number of other issues made equal with men. That's their agenda. And you're asking them why they don't focus on something that's counterproductive for their agenda.
Very few people watching this video right now know that around 100,000 to 140,000 males are raped annually in US prisons.
Yes, that is a silly thing to point out. Because fact is, look here, 1 out of every 10 rape victims are male. So you're asking where's the representation for men when 9 out of 10 times women are the ones who are violated. That's like the Black Lives Matter issue. The majority of people who are shot by cops in America are black guys, and you're sitting there going, but what about when sometimes guys who are white get shot? Trust me, if a white guy gets shot by a cop, the white guy was probably already unloading his clip on the cop.
This is more males raped than females in the US annually.
No, it's not. This is not true. 85,000 women and 12,000 men are raped in England and Wales alone every year. Meanwhile, a CDC report said that almost 1 in 5 women have been raped in their lifetimes, and only 1.7% of men in their lifetimes have been raped. I don't know where you got your facts, but 20% of all women in the US, according to the CDC, have been raped, and only 1.7% of men have been raped, according to the CDC.
Half the domestic abuse victims in the US and Canada are men.
No. What? Number of American women who were murdered by current ex-male partners during that time was 11,766. That's nearly double the amount of casualties lost during war. Women are much more likely to become victims of intimate partner violence, with 85% of domestic abuse victims being women and 50% men. That is the Huffington Post. But of course, you pretty lady didn't even reference your source. You just say things and expect us to believe it.
Yet there are no safe houses for them, no court advocacy programs, no subsidized counseling or legal care like women.
Yeah, because women are women are horribly violated like 10 to 20 times more than men. Do you understand demand and supply? When there are lots of women who need these things, naturally there are lots of services that spring up to help them. But nowhere near as many men need these services, so obviously there aren't as many. By the way, you said there are no safe houses for men, and if you just Googled it, you would have known that you're wrong. This happened back in December of 2003. It was Britain's first safe house for battered men. You're like so not correct in so many ways. It's interesting. Interesting.
Despite being half the victims, they are basically ignored.
They're not half the victim. Oh, I love being an egalitarian. I could just do Google research and defend whoever it's appropriate to defend without bias.
Men make up 80% of suicide victims, 92% of workplace deaths, 97% of combat deaths.
So here we got 80% of suicides, right? And who killed those suicide people? Oh, that's right, men killed them. So if this statistic were true, when it comes to killing, specifically yourself, men kill more. And then you have 97% of combat deaths. Okay, question, who killed those men? Oh, that's right, other men mostly. So what you've proven just now is that men are way more violent than women, and maybe women need something called feminism to help protect them from men. But go on, this is just glorious.